All right. Looks like we're up and running after our little bit of a mishap there. That's okay. You're not a real streamer unless you have technical difficulties. Before we even move any further, I'm going to make sure that I have solved my technical difficulties. You're not a real streamer unless you have technical difficulties. Yes, I did. We did it. You can hear me. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. Nothing was ever wrong. Today, we are going to, I would say, talk about, but we're going to continue talking about the Black Samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadow. I have the biggest, most racist friend I know with me today. His name is Pyro. Say hi to people, Pyro.
Hello. How is
Hello.
everyone doing? This is the first time we're doing this. This is definitely not
This
the
is the
second
first time we're doing this.
We didn't
Definitely
forget to
same
turn on
video.
our microphone the first time.
I don't really
Did
know
we
exactly what
even?
happened, but my microphone was not microphoning.
But that
is
definitely
true.
it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Because
okay,
this is
yeah.
the first time this has happened.
I did also notice that I'm peaking a bit. Maybe I'll do that down a little bit. I am getting a little loud, you know, but it's okay. All right. So, Patrick, there is a black character in Assassin's Creed. He's one of the main characters. Other than the fact that we've already talked about that. Did you know that?
Boy, do I.
All right. So yeah, the TLDR on that guy, as far as I understand. Real guy who existed. Can't remember his name, even though we just heard it a couple times in the previous stream. Which is a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Oh,
Real guy. What's up?
Real quick, can you
Go
send
for
me
it.
the link to the thing again? Because
Yes.
I exited out. Okay.
Okay.
Direct message to me. Oh yeah. Oh wait. If I just click it, can I the old
It
link
should be,
will
yeah,
work?
the same one should work.
Oh my bad. Yeah. I don't know. I'm stupid. Okay.
Are you in there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a dude who was like a missionary who went to
Sex.
went to yes, sex indeed. That's relevant because I just got fucked by OBS. All right, let's see. So he was like a missionary from, I want to say, France or something.
France.
And dude brought him over as a servant. He learned the Japanese language. People were really interested in him. Brought lots of crowds when he went out. He did enough to get interested in by Oda Nobunaga, who was really shocked that he was black, just like all the other people. And he had people wash him as hard as they could to prove that he was actually black and it wasn't paint. So it's a funny meme story. But then apparently started getting the respect of Oda and some of the people.
Like, honestly,
he became
if,
like an
like,
honorary samurai of some description.
If there was just like an island with like purple people on it, like, and we discover that shit tomorrow, dude, I want to go see one. I'm like, dude, I've never seen a fucking purple person. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna wash them, make sure they're actually purple.
I mean,
None of that bullshit.
I would trust we did our due diligence. Someone's gonna wash them. I'm not gonna wash them. Listen, washing is all they had back then. I mean, we have science now. We can like do like tests on their skin and stuff. I'll wash them, Steven.
Like on was it what the fuck was Mr. Rogers, where he like washed that dude's feet or whatever?
Yeah, that's
or they bathed or something. They put their feet in that kiddie pool. Maybe they didn't wash them, but they put their
washing
feet in
someone's
kiddie
feet
pool.
is like a Christian thing because
Dude,
it's
yeah. No, go ahead.
It's a thing Jesus did.
Yeah. Did you
it's
see
like-
that
it's
fucking
like the
Super
ultimate-
Bowl commercial?
The ultimate humbling. Yeah, I did. I see it.
It was so.
Dude, we had
cringe.
we had a youth pastor. I went to fucking, and it was his last day, and he just like washed all of our feet, and it was super fucking awkward.
That is very awkward.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, doing that to like kids.
I was like 13, I guess. But they were all ages there. But like, yeah, it was, dude, I don't know. Either you get like cool youth pastors or you get fucking weirdos, dude.
Yeah.
And sometimes the cool guys turn out to be weirdos. They're just closeted.
Well, they're all Christians, so they're all weird to begin with.
Damn, dog.
Got 'em, dude.
Now I'm an atheist. Did
Me
someone touch
too.
my feet once?
I'm a base theist. A base theist would mean I'm a theist still, so it doesn't really.
We're gonna. Well, an eighth, I guess, whatever. let's move forward.
Let's move forward.
This is brainwash, right? Brainwash.
Anyway, despite this being a real person that existed, and some of his historical details are contested, but he is a real person, real black person who was in Japan. This is known. Some people think that this is like the end of the world. One of these people is Ryan Kinnell. So we're going to watch a 5-minute and 49-minute video, or 5-minute, 49-second video on why that is. Are you ready, Patrick?
Sure.
Just like so many other
I'm going to stop for just a second. Do people actually still fucking do intros? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Everything I've read, which is a
It's
bit,
like
but
intros
I'm
are
not a
bad.
good. Yeah, because they don't get people interested in the video because you're not doing the video. And with everybody's attention span being completely fucking dog shit now, it's just a bad idea.
How do you spell? Never mind. We'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's just a nitpick. Let's go back. He's also way, way, way more famous than I am, so who the fuck am I to say?
Who the
massive gaming
fuck
companies over the past several years, Ubisoft has been
Hold up, is this still on? Let me just make sure it's on there.
very upfront about the fact
Okay.
that they want to push DEI in every way they possibly can. And of course,
All right, Patrick. For the first time ever, for the first time talking about this, do you think that this is an example of DEI?
Diversity. What is it?
Diversity, equity, and
Inclusion,
inclusion. And it can't
equity
be
and
inclusion and
inclusion?
equity because that would spell die.
So, as this is my first time saying this ever.
Yes, first time, first time. There was no previous
first time,
stream
for
that
sure.
got hidden in shame.
So
And we switched
there's two
videos.
things going on here. This is definitely. I would put large amounts of money that there was a meeting about this very early on in this development of this game, where it's just like, okay, let's do an Assassin's Creed feudal Japan thing, and then like this was put in to be like, hey, let's have the black guy come in. Like, I feel like that was a genuine decision for inclusion. But as we stated in our Lord of the Rings video, we don't see any problem with doing something like this as long as it makes sense within the world, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Like how House of the Dragon did it. It's like, yeah, there's some black people here, but like it's well known that they're not from here. They immigrated here. And just like, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Whatever. But it's just like, as long as it fits in the story and it works, I see no reason why it can't. There have been many forms of media where, I'm just going to give two examples that's specific to this, which is feudal Japan, where a white guy comes to feudal Japan and you know, he gets immersed in the culture and eventually is shown respect, and you know, it's like the fish out of water story. I'm going to point to The Last Samurai, which is one of the highest grossing movies in Japan. Japanese really like that movie because of how faithful and respectful they were to the Japanese culture and history. And a new show that came out recently on Hulu called Shogun, and it's set much further back in time than The Last Samurai did. But it was about an Englishman who gets marooned or stranded in Japan, and it's effectively, you know, he starts out as a prisoner, and then, you know, he saves like a shogun's life, and then he raises his station rises as his deeds become more and more impressive. But he's also kind of like a pawn to some of the leadership, because there's a big leadership struggle going on in that show as the political intrigue. So like, there have been shows that have done like, hey, there's this person who is entering into a homogenous society, who is not that race, and you know, these things, it can be done correctly. And what my opinion is, just people have issues because either they're just not seeing that, hey, this is done before and it's been done well. It just kind of feels like, I don't like this because he's black.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like it.
Yeah, I would think the chances of running into a white person and the chances of running into a black person in Japan at this time would be about the same. Maybe slightly in favor of the white person, but not much.
I would
because
say,
Europe is a little bit closer than Africa. I'm not
like-
100% if that's true.
like, I would say it's like significantly, I would asterisk significantly more likely to see a white person, but it's just like it's like 1/10,000th of a percent times 100, only because where if we're going to talk about the English specifically, they just had more advanced sailing technology than the African countries, so they would be even more capable of getting to Japan.
Right.
But it's
That's what
still
I
like
was-
very, very low percentage.
Yeah. So, like, I would think that if they're both incredibly fucking low, you should be upset about probably The Last Samurai if you're upset about this.
Well, The Last Samurai kind of makes sense because it kind of it's historical fiction, similar to Shogun actually, where it's like
so would this game be, though?
that's true. That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
It-
So,
it
like,
speaks
if you're
of a
mad
time
about
in-
one, you should be mad about the other, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand, okay? Just trying to understand.
I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I see no problem with this. I think people are just being crazy for no reason. However,
The term is
the
big
thing,
mad.
yeah, big mad. The fact that people are, I think it's, I don't know. Like there was a meeting about this for sure, but I mean, my stance is if it's done well and it makes sense, like it's fine. Who gives a fuck? But it's so often nowadays, it's so part of like the culture right now. Where it's just like things are just shoehorned in that doesn't make sense because, and if you don't like it, you're a fucking racist. And it makes the story worse because it doesn't make sense.
Well,
But like it doesn't
you're
have to
racist
be
because
that
you're
way.
making good statements. It's not because you don't like this.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. That's like
Women are cringy.
Oh, okay. That's like when Colin Moriarty said he made a tweet about women, like on International Women's Day. He said like, "Oh, they're finally quiet" or some shit like that. And then there was an article posted about him that said he made a racist tweet.
Right.
Like, nice. We're just fucking killing it, aren't we? But do you think like, because like Asian people, I would think would be diversity, equity, and inclusion. Do you think they're just too low on the what is it, the fucking oppression Olympic or the oppression hierarchy? That a black person would be more necessary than Asians? Or do you think it's just okay? We have Asians already in Japan, so we have to include a singular black person. Well, we've
Yeah,
already
that's
got
probably
the Asian inclusion.
that's probably it. Yeah, because
Okay.
I would assume every other character in this game is Asian.
Yeah,
Instead of Japan.
I thought maybe the female character wasn't, but she is indeed Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that would make sense, but it's just, I don't know, it's a real guy. Seems possible. It's okay. Even if it was like, yeah, we want to have a black character in here too, just like, well, that's fine, as long as the story makes sense. Even if it's like a bad reasoning for it, if you make a good story for bad, like, motivations, that's the word I'm looking for. Is that really so bad? Who cares? Like, you're making a political message that I don't like, and then you make just an excellent story on it, I'll still fucking enjoy the story, you know? It's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, well, let's see why Ryan Kennel thinks that we are woke.
Who is this guy? What's this guy's
SJW.
deal? I don't know who this is.
He's mostly like an anti-woke kind of streamer. I've seen a couple of his stuff. He streamed with Mahler a few times. I haven't watched really any of his content. As far as I understand, he's mostly anti-SJW type dude. I know he got in trouble for saying something. He made like a mildly racist statement about like the Batman movie or something. I can't remember what it was. And people thought he was like extra white supremacist, but I can't remember what it was.
thing about the Batman movie.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't remember the details of it. You'd have to Google it.
Oh, it's like because Catwoman's like a mixed girl.
I think it might have been about her. Yeah, or maybe
I
like
can't- like, there are not
how
a
she
lot
said
of-
something about white.
Oh, or maybe
rich dudes or whatever.
they race swapped Jim Gordon
Maybe.
or something.
Maybe.
Because,
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember what it was.
it doesn't matter. Like I fucking loved the Batman movie. I didn't care
was
about
pretty good.
either of those things. There was fucking. It was the movie's sick.
I enjoyed it. I didn't
Whatever.
understand why they just let the penguin go. Like, what was that all about? But
Yeah, sometimes
he
movies.
like just killed a bunch of people and caused that horrible fucking accident on the
accident.
highway.
Sometimes and survived that car accident somehow, which is
Yeah,
incredible.
I sure did. Remember when that god literally made a fucking ramp for Batman to take so he could catch up to him? That was
He has the divine right to punish poor people for being
Oh,
poor.
is that it? Is that right?
Well, how else would he have?
Huh?
How else would that ramp would have formed?
That's a good question. It can't just be a pothole or a plot hole.
No,
Definitely.
man. God is, he's like, not only are you rich, I'm gonna give you the power to beat up poor people.
True. Based.
Yeah, but you're sad all the time.
You know, my parents.
Oh no!
You don't
I'm
get
a
parents,
billionaire.
but you get a lot of money, and you can form ramps on highways when it's an insane coincidence.
That's just his power. It's not God. It's just like, oh, okay. It's very neat.
God gave this to him. You're just like, I'm like, when am I going to use that? I'm like, oh, you'll use it.
You're sad all the time. You have no parents, but God is on your looking after you 100% of the time. Personal attention.
Nah,
Cool.
it's just a ramp thing.
Just the ramp thing.
Yeah, just the ramp thing.
Pretty cool.
That's enough. What is he giving me? Here, I give Bruce Wayne $1 billion and the ramp thing. I get nothing. Fuck that.
You get beaten up if you're poor enough.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. It's like, oh man, I'm tough. I'm down on my luck. I'm gonna steal a loaf of bread and just get my fucking teeth knocked out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh no.
All
I
right,
guess I'm a criminal. I don't know.
could be. All right, let's get moving.
Or so much of it reached a fever pitch nearly 4 years ago, with them tweeting out Black Lives Matter, donating to the NAACP, and talking about their commitment to diversity and how it takes time.
Yeah, companies generally donate to like tons of things so that they can get on like everybody's good side. That's also like a huge tax write-off, and it was popular in 2020. So I don't think Ubisoft has any position on Black Lives Matter. They're just going to do everything that they think will make them the most money.
Yeah, that's basically what you can. Any multi-million, billion-dollar industry is gonna follow the same metrics. They're gonna do what's best for the bottom line, and whatever the cultural, wherever the culture is going, they're gonna lean into that, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but I think we should just accept this for what it.
Yeah, I find it interesting when people are just like, oh my god, they're pushing like this agenda or something. I was like, they're doing whatever the fuck they think will make them money.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Now, if you want to talk how the shitty externalities of capitalism, I'm down for that. But that's not what this video is about.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he's a pretty big capitalist.
Yeah. Oh
Sorry,
wow.
I was looking at something. All right, let's continue.
Well, certainly, Ubisoft, no stranger to injecting wokeness in a lot of their games, when it was rumored that the next Assassin's Creed that was going to be in Japan, in feudal Japan, what most people assume will just be a lesser version of Ghost of Tsushima, to be honest with you, it was rumored that one of the protagonists was going to be...
Is it lesser because Ghost of Tsushima as an Asian character as the main character, and this one's gonna have a black character?
Yeah, probably.
Oh damn.
No, I think it's just because I think people hold that first game in high regard, and Assassin's Creed is shit the better.
Yeah, I
recently.
know. I fucking love Ghost of Tsushima. It's one of my favorite games.
Is it good? I've never played it.
Yeah, super good. I got the platinum trophy on that bitch. That shit is good. I never actually beat the DLC. I started playing it and I never finished playing it.
Were you a ghost?
No.
What a misleading
Yeah,
title.
you become the ghost. It's kind of like Batman, honestly. Not like he's an orphan or whatever, but like it's like he becomes the ghost, similar to how Bruce becomes the Bat.
The Batman.
That's what it kind of feels like.
Pretty cool, but he kills people, I assume.
Oh yeah. The whole
yeah.
thing is you're in a samurai family. Oh my god, a gigantic bear is trying to fucking kill me. It's only a 2-2 though, so I can take it out.
Bears are tutus.
That's why I said it. I guess it was a joke. Oh yeah, so he comes from a samurai family, but he learns like ninja ways and like sneaky ways, but that's dishonorable. So He needs to do that to save his family from the Mongols, and he starts doing it. So he starts being a little sneaky guy. Stabby, sneaky. I was still mostly doing samurai stuff. I was killing people with my sword and not sneaking around as much, but you do a little sneaking. And your grandpa get very mad. Actually, I guess he was an orphan. Fuck, it's like straight up Batman. It's like feudal Japan Batman.
Asian Batman.
It's pretty close. All right.
Based off a quote-unquote black samurai, which is this kind of myth that's been perpetrated. Yasuke, the first black samurai.
Is it a myth? I wasn't...
Well, I think his point is maybe his importance was exaggerated because we know so little about this guy.
Yeah, maybe. As far as I was aware, he's a real dude and we have real historical record. I know some of the details about whether or not he was a samurai were disputed. Maybe that's what he means by myth, but I'm reasonably sure he's a real person. So,
which really he was more of a retainer or servant,
okay. Gotcha.
And it's been really blown out of proportion. However, that was the rumor several months ago. Well, now we know that that rumor was 100% true. Assassin's Creed Shadows leak confirms Yasuke as a protagonist. The leak cover art for Assassin's Creed Shadows has seemingly confirmed a long-standing rumor. And certainly we see this. You see basically a black samurai and a female ninja-type character. Gundam.
oh my god. It's literally fucking the new fucking Star Wars trilogy all over again. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Okay.
See, this one's going to be like, okay. It's going to be like, all right, it's kind of a return form. It's kind of fun or whatever. The second one is going to ruin everything, and the third one is going to be complete nonsense. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be the exact same pattern as Star Wars.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed in fucking since I was in high school, so I don't give a fuck, dude.
True. I played
True.
Assassin's Creed 1 and Valhalla and Odyssey. That's the name of it. And they were all decent.
Oh, pretty
I
good.
do not plan on playing this one.
What,
Because,
you're racist?
as we established, I am indeed racist. All white people are racist. This is true.
Can't relate.
Gundam's right here. I'll be damned. The leaks were true. They really made the samurai black in a time period where there are only a handful of Dutch and Portuguese trading in Japan and maybe some Chinese. And they officially debuted the trailer for the game today. And yeah, nothing screams feudal Japan like a black dude with an African accent.
Like a real dude who really existed and was
Black
from
dude with an
Africa.
African accent? What kind of accent should he have? Like,
I don't know. I don't remember his story. I know I believe he was born in Africa. I could be wrong about this. I believe he was born in Africa and then got taken into slave trade to France, ? Or like some European country. And then went to Japan. I believe that's the order of operations there. So yeah, he'd probably have some kind of a... I don't know. It wouldn't be a good Japanese accent. It's bullshit that he's even speaking English. That's what I think. Should be speaking Japanese and French and whatever and fuck they speak in wherever he's from. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
As one of the playable characters. Let's listen to a little bit of this here.
Who are you? We are the shadows.
That served the light.
The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
it's kinda
African
just
accent.
like-
It's not super, like...
This kind of
Big.
just seems like big dumb fun. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, oh, whatever. Go ahead.
No, I was just
Yeah.
judging the accent. I guess it is an African accent. I can't really disagree.
The
with
girl
that.
isn't white. She's Asian. You
Yeah,
found
she's
this out.
Asian.
Greed. Power. Vengeance. We must learn to trust
And follow the blade.
together.
Together, Wakanda forever. It's basically what they're going for here. And
fuck?
it's
Jesus. Not every black character is from Wakanda, you fucking racist. Jesus.
November 15th.
November 15th.
Yeah, that's the one the game comes out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was just like, what does that mean? Gotcha. Well, yeah. Apparently every black character is funded.
So fucking predictable at this point. Learning the Law tweeted this out. Ubisoft, game set in Italy, play as an Italian man. Game set in France, play as a Frenchman. Game set in America, play as a Native American man. I think half Native American and half English, if I remember right. Game set in Greece, play as a Greek man. Game set in Norway, play as a Norseman. Game set in Japan, they're saying the quiet part out loud.
I'm reasonably sure what's it called was actually set in England. Valhalla. So, get fucked, idiot, stupid bitch.
Yeah, but it's about Norse people. Damn.
Well, this one's about black people, Patrick.
Is it?
Well, it's about one.
I mean, this is a. I mean, he's making a point here. If you were Japanese, you're like, oh cool, I always liked the Japanese. I've always liked Assassin's Creed. Now it's going to my culture.
Play the
It's like,
woman.
now black.
Play the woman.
I don't want to play a girl, dude. Ew, girl.
This is the issue. You can't play a white man. If it was a black woman, no one would care. Like, actually, I guess not a white man. They want an Asian man. If it was an Asian man and a black woman, nobody would care. I'd be like, well, I wasn't gonna play her anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Or they
Okay,
just call her Shaniqua and shit, and it just... Huh?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Shaniqua, Steven?
Yeah, that's a black female name.
Okay, man.
Is it not?
I don't. It's you know. It's
Have
okay.
you not heard like when people be like, "Oh my
I
god,
know.
fucking Renee
I'm
named
not ignorant of
Shaniqua"?
this. I know.
You know all the racist stuff. You know what the racists say. You're hip. You're with it.
Yeah, I know. Listen, trust me. I know what the racists say.
Trust me, I'm aware. If anyone knows, it's me.
Yeah.
Yes. The thing is, when it comes to this specific character of Yasuke, I think there's a little typo in Grum's tweet here. For the past several years, there's been this big push to make this character like a legendary part of Japanese culture.
There has? I haven't heard of this guy before this. Maybe there's a whole bunch of shit.
What is he saying? There's been a big what?
There's a huge
Push
push to make this guy like a big part of Japanese culture.
Oh, this African? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think there was like an anime or something that came out about him, but I was not even aware of this guy before this.
Right.
And the interesting thing is the only reason I'm aware of this guy now is because all the people are super mad about him. So this is like a bit of a Streisand effect. Now I'm convinced he's a huge part of Japanese culture. They convinced me. I don't want to appear racist like all these guys who are complaining about it, so I'm convinced he's a real part of Japanese culture. Alright, glad you think.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
When
I'm
in
sorry,
reality,
I'm
was
here.
it's completely overblown. It's kind of along the same lines as people claiming that black people are the original Vikings and all this nonsensical stuff. Well, now we're learning
Is that like a bit... Do people claim that? I have never heard this.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous too. But this isn't just like black people were always samurais. There's like, yeah, this one guy found himself in Japan and had to assimilate.
Right.
Like, these two things are different, right?
They are different things. But I've also just never heard that claim. It sounds like it's a bunch of fringe things.
It's like that thing is just like, oh yeah, we were pharaohs or whatever. I'm just like, no,
we was Kangs.
Yeah, Kangs.
We was Kangs.
And just like
You gotta say it right. We was Kangs.
No, I'm not.
That's how they say it. They literally
Don't
type it
Kang.
out like that.
Kill yourself. All right.
Wow.
So, wow,
But I'm a
dude.
Kang.
Trigger warning.
On my own stream.
No,
You
if
can
this
hear my
so
sadness, though.
as I've stated my opinion on this, I
Mm-hmm.
think it would be different if it was just like, oh yeah, and then it's just like they just arrive in Japan and there's like a black guy's shogun and she's like, oh yeah, it's always been like this. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
there is no way that like that's insane.
Right.
But if him being not from there is like the part of the story, and it drives the plot forward, that's fine. That's a story to tell.
Yeah.
Fish out of water story.
Yeah, like
Fuck outta
even
here.
even if it turns out he wasn't a samurai in real life, we know
Yeah, it
he
doesn't-
went there, so
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
he
You
could
just make
be
it historical fiction.
right. He could totally be a samurai in this new fucking thing.
Yeah, and there are ways that people are doing it these days that are absolutely ridiculous and just like, oh, why you have such a problem with Cleopatra being black? Because she wasn't fucking black, bro. What are
Yeah,
you talking
like
about?
this is literally taking a historical character and making them maybe not accurate,
a
but
different
pretty
race.
fucking close. Like at least like
yeah.
the spirit is there. You could argue he's not a samurai. Maybe he's not even a samurai there. Maybe he's just
Just replace.
Like, people
just,
treat
if
him like
it
shit
bothers
and he
you
just has
guys
a
that
sword.
much, just think of it as like not the guy you're thinking of. This is just another. This is historical fiction. Assassin's Creed isn't real. It's fine.
yeah, just like none of the other Assassin's Creed games had real
People
events
aren't real
in them.
people. Yeah, you have
So-
like cameos from like Ben Franklin or some bullshit, or some like Da Vinci
Yeah.
or something, and like those cool, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Assassin's Creed is historical fiction,
just- it is. It is historical.
so just fucking roll with that. Damn.
Did you ever fucking watch the Michael Fassbender movie?
Fuck no, that movie looked horrible.
I did. I don't remember a single fucking second of it.
Dude, Michael Fassbender is a good act. I guess
I
it was
know.
early in his career or something.
No, he
needed,
was
like
reasonably well known. It was way after 300. I know he wasn't famous in 300, but I'm saying.
yeah.
I believe he was already Magneto at least once when it came out. I believe so.
I think he's pretty neat. All right.
Huh?
Nothing. Let's just continue forward.
I'm fighting a boss. That's what.
Learning that they actually changed what this game was originally supposed to be. Ubisoft apparently changed Assassin's Creed Shadows, throwing away the original story, and instead running with Yasuke, an obscure black retainer of Nobunaga, as front and center. A Ubisoft writer who worked on the game says the original story was completely
I can't pause it.
different.
Pause it, Patrick.
And
Thank
So
you.
I didn't know that. I mean, I would assume this was a decision made early on, but if it was just like shoehorned in there because oh we need diversity, like that's pretty cringe. Like that sucks.
Well, he said it's changed. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Like at some point in the development they changed it. I hope it's
Yes.
like addressed.
Well, that. Yeah, they change things. Sometimes. Like, I don't. What's the point
Right.
there? Just because they had one idea and then came up with a
Because he
different
hates black
idea.
people, Steven.
Oh, okay.
Because he hates black
I'm glad you said it. Well, apparently a bunch of other people said it too, but I'm not saying he hates black people. I do find it odd though. Like, I don't even necessarily think these people are like racist or anything. I'm just like, why is this? What's the fucking issue? I think it is just the audience capture rage bait fucking shit that you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
where they just
wait,
they
I
have to
haven't-
be angry about this because they have to make content and they have to fucking keep pushing shit out. And so the fact that this guy may not be a samurai is enough to be like, oh, wokeness fucking goes again.
I think smartphones and like
Yeah.
fucking social media is doing so much
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's pretty bad.
so much harm to humanity.
Social media was just like, it's just a net negative, right? It's
Would you
just
consider-
harmless.
Would you consider Twitter social media? Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Twitter is like the social media. That's what I think of now if I hear social media. I
Because
used
my
to
brain
think
goes
Facebook,
to like
but I don't
MySpace
fucking
and
know anybody
Facebook,
uses Facebook.
like
anymore.
interpersonal.
Or Instagram would be the next one I think of though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true.
There's ones that are social media that I don't really
Is
consider.
TikTok?
Yeah, so TikTok, I would say
It's just like a video platform, right?
yeah, well, YouTube is social media,
I would.
Right.
Oh, really?
because like anybody can upload videos to it. You can make text posts on it too. You can write comments. You can talk to each other. It's definitely social media.
Huh.
Like it's not like a live broadcast or something. Like it's not like a TV broadcast where it's one way. Anyone can post to it as long as you make an account. It's weird to think of it that way. I mean, Reddit's also social media. You
No,
disagree?
I don't know. I don't know if I would need to see a definition of social media.
Yeah, it's not. If you just
Because
say
if there's
social
just
media, is-
interaction, period, I guess like pretty much every website is. Wait, say, but
Yeah,
all
maybe.
popular
Yeah,
websites.
maybe we're stretching it a little bit too much. Because if I go to IGN.com and write a comment on an article,
That's
is
not
IGN social media? Like, probably not. So I get your point, but
Yeah.
maybe it's. I think it would be that users can't generate content on IGN. Where any user can generate content on YouTube, as long as you're not banned or whatever. But like, by default, you can. The default is
One
being
too
able
many
to do it.
N-word bombs.
Yeah.
All right,
How
let's
many
fucking
is
watch
too
this.
many? I'll get right up
let's
to
let's
the
watch
edge.
this fucking irrational, fucking scrub of society. Let's go.
Let's do it. My iPad
And
locked
this
itself.
is
There you
right
go.
here.
Now you're
Let
getting
me
it.
see if I can find the screenshot. Right here. I worked on some narrative elements of the Sanuga era of Japan for Assassin's Creed back in 2013-14 when I worked under contract. I guess they tossed that all out for Black Samurai and some cannon-destroying boss. Now, he goes into great detail about the story that he originally was part of creating that had no Black Samurais anywhere in it. Oh well, Black Samurai and Kanoki it is. What a shame. And Grumps would learning that.
Okay. Did I pause
you
that
rewind
correctly?
it?
My
I
my
don't
thing
know.
said play. How were we farther
it's like-
ahead? I
They
think
act
we were.
lines as people claiming that black people are.
I want
where
to see
were
where
we?
we are.
Yeah, my iPad wasn't catching up. That was the
Hold
problem.
on.
So-
Can I play it to see where we are real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
The original Vikings and all this nonsensical stuff. Well, now we're learning that they actually changed what this game was originally.
Oh yeah, we're like a
Yeah.
minute ahead of where this is.
I think it's like here somewhere.
Sorry,
Yes,
YouTube.
they
We
tossed
love
that
you.
all out for Black Samurai and some cannon-destroying boss. Now he goes.
Okay, so we got some guy saying he worked on this big long story or whatever, and it got replaced with a black character and a cannon destroying boss. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Well, I mean it's not fine, but I'm saying like, yeah, okay. Why is this guy like the most trustworthy thing ever, I guess? I don't know. This just seems like an odd. Like, okay, we got some guy who said he worked at Ubisoft and he worked on the story, and it used to be different. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Changing things. What if they just changed it to be another fucking Asian guy? Like, it wouldn't mean anything.
This guy's Chinese now.
Oh. Well, Chinese don't like the Japanese, so that's. Didn't you see Kill Bill?
A lot of people don't like the Japanese. The Koreans hate the Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese do the war crime historically.
Yeah, they did a lot of it.
They do the war crime.
They were a little bit fascist, a little bit genocide-y kind of.
They did this thing where they had a giant pot of boiling water and they would just put people in it and boil them to death.
That's fine.
That they depicted that in Shogun and it was fucking horrible.
I could imagine. Hey, have you heard of I think it's called Ling Chi. This is Chinese, I think. It's where it's
Okay.
death by 1,000 cuts. They literally just like cut you over and over again until you die.
Just like little cuts.
There's some debate on how big the cuts were, or whether or not the person was alive. Sometimes it was done. I was literally just reading about this a couple days ago. Sometimes it was done like post-death because the idea was that you're not supposed to modify yourself in like Buddhist philosophy or whatever and teachings.
Yeah.
So like this would stop them from being able to go to heaven or whatever the fuck the Buddhist afterlife is. Maybe it wasn't Buddhist. I don't remember what it was, but there's an idea of being whole in their culture.
Right,
right. They would just take you apart. Like, fuck you. You're not going to make it. But then a lot of times it was just like to make an example.
It's like the ultimate disgrace or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna defile your body while you're still alive.
Yeah, and it was just painful as fuck. So they would just be like, "Oh, you fucking did treason." Yeah, I'm gonna cut you up in little pieces while you're alive. Nice.
You know, I've been thinking about my manifesto.
Yeah. Manifesto.
I've just been having a lot of like political thoughts recently.
Sure.
I think we need to.
All right, Timothy McVeigh, tell us about it.
I'm thinking about how I would change things.
Mm-hmm.
Corruption there needs to be way more stricter punishments on political corruption. Like disproportional. Like, we need to heavily disincentivize things like that.
Right.
Like, if she's like, you're caught taking a bribe, you go to 20 years, non-negotiable in prison. We're gonna shut that shit down real quick if that's the case. I don't know. I just think effectiveness. I don't know. There's just too much poison in the system right now.
Sure,
because,
you gotta drain the swamp, if you will.
But like, I feel like there needs to be. I thought about like creating it. I don't know why I'm going on about this. This is not what we're talking about.
You can go a little bit further.
Well, at first I thought about like how theft is being decriminalized and like society is falling apart because of it.
Yeah,
or a lot of the inner cities. I'm just like, hey, listen, harsh penalties work in deterring people from doing the thing. I'm just like, well, what can I apply that to that, is really bad for our society? I'm just like, well, political corruption's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So why don't we just increase the penalty for doing that, and that'll probably put an end to it. Also, we should probably have like an agency to be responsible for.
Oh wow, I didn't know I was gonna see that.
For like political, like looking into political shit like that. That like is very, very secretive or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough because like who would control it?
Who watches the Watchers?
I've seen that movie. I read that book. Fuck. Shit. Have you seen that Twitter account that posts all the gains of like Congress people?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's fucking crazy. Like Nancy Pelosi is like
Nancy Pelosi
What the
has
fuck?
outperformed every hedge fund.
Yeah,
on
it's
Wall
like
Street.
insane. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I wonder how that's possible. Dude, there were like congressmen and senators who were dumping their position right before like the shutdown for COVID was announced, or like doing.
And they were saying
no, this is
nothing was
obvious.
gonna happen, and they were just dumping their position. They were just literally lying.
Fucking insane.
Yeah.
So like another exchange I would make, I'm just like, in order to get the wrong type of people out of government and to like disincentivize those kinds of people to like pursue positions of power, we just do away with that immediately. Just like, oh, if you hold a position in Congress, the Senate, whatever, neither you or any of your immediate family are allowed to trade stocks, and if you're caught doing it, 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
Like, bang! Like, good luck, assholes. Like, yeah, because like we get the scummiest people because they're incentivized to do the thing. Like,
yeah, they just
they're
want to make
drawn
money.
to it.
They're treating America like a business. Well, not even.
Fucking
They're
ridiculous.
just fucking taking.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
That's my.
insane.
Yeah, cut off thieves' hands. Put the fucking bad people in prison for long periods of time.
Oh my god, have you seen that horrifying video? Where the dude stole something, I don't know what it was, and the other dude's got a gun and an axe, and he's just like, put your hand on the fucking cinder block.
I'm curious about in the Middle East where like thieves get their hands cut off. I wonder what the theft rate is there. I'm sure it's much lower than it is here.
I don't know.
That's what I would
That's
guess.
how I started when you were saying like this works as a deterrent. I was like, does it? I don't actually know that.
Well, obviously, if you make it too lax or unenforceable, the crime will go up, as we've seen in the reports, right? So I would think the inverse would be true.
Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway,
well, to some extent, obviously, yes, right? Because it was stricter before, and people weren't doing this at the rates they are doing it now. So at some extent, but I'm sure at some extent there's like diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Right. Like some people are always going to do it no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Well, also part of it is not. It's not like the deterrent of that. It's just like they don't get arrested, so we don't take the thief off the street. So it's not like
it's something ridiculous.
The
it's just
punishment was a deterrent. It was they were locked up, so they couldn't do it again.
Such a small percentage of people who are responsible for like a lot of like the huge crime waves that are going on over all the cities.
Offenders.
Yeah, because they can just do it. They're just professional criminals, and it's just like literally a few hundred people who are just ruining it for everybody because there's no repercussions for their actions. They know what they're capable of, and we just throw these few hundred people in prison. It increases the fucking quality of life for fucking millions.
Yeah.
It's insane. What are we doing? Are you guys serious?
It's insane. What are we doing? We're saving them,
Fucking,
Patrick.
fucking morons.
Save them.
Yeah, guess what? Thieves need to be punished. Go fuck yourself. Oh, but you're fucking poor.
God, I can't wait to read your manifesto. It's gonna be a good time. Whenever you show
Dude, I
up
want to
that
fucking run for
high
office.
school
I'm
or
just
whatever.
like, I'm just gonna say the most like basic shit, and people are gonna be like, "Hey, that makes sense."
It's fucking based as fuck. I mean, that's
I'm gonna
like
start
legitimately
calling
what
people
happened
out.
with Trump. I'm not even saying what you're
Yeah.
saying is crazy like Trump, but it's literally just
Right.
a bunch of people with opinions that they didn't feel like they could express, and Trump expressed them. And they're just like, wait, that's fucking based as shit.
I'm gonna start going after people like Trump, but like, and I'm like, you, everyone on this stage is a fucking coward. This is what I believe, and I will die on this hill. I'm like,
You're
you're
all
a fucking
fucking
coward. You're a fucking coward. I'll say what I think, but I'm not a crazy person like Trump, so it'll be based instead of cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll actually say, I'm based. Y'all are cringe.
Everyone on the stage is cringe.
If that doesn't
Especially
immediately get you elected, I don't know what will.
especially the women. All right.
Yeah. You're just like, why is she here? And then anytime a woman talks to you, who told you could speak to me?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
That's you know, we're gonna leave that part of the manifesto.
No, that's like the main thrust. Of the manifesto.
400 pages on why women
There
are.
we go. I got hurt real bad. Get up, get up. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yep, there we go. Fuck. It's your fault, Patrick. You did this to me.
I did this.
Yes.
I did this.
You did this. Okay. Let's continue. After that sidetrack, let's continue.
Sorry. Wow,
It's
I
okay,
just
it
fucking
was-
went on a tirade about.
Oh my god, are you not hearing it again? Yeah.
Oh no. Hold on.
Yeah, I played it.
really?
Oh yeah, I hear it. I hear
Oh.
it now. Okay.
Go
Ready?
play it.
Whenever you're
Play
ready.
it. Go.
Originally was part of
yeah, I'm
creating
good
that
now.
had no black samurais anywhere in it. Oh well, black samurai and Kanoki it is. What a shame. And Grunts
Hey, what did he say? Kanoki? What's that?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm sure it's woke and terrible.
would go on to say, this gels with what Ubisoft tells me. Ubisoft's completely locked down with DEI and is the most oppressive studio to work at, as DEI is everywhere. Yasuke himself is a footnote in the Yubunaga story.
So we don't actually have an argument for this thing particularly being like woke. Some people said Ubisoft is woke and therefore this is guaranteed like bad actor DEI nonsense. Even though it's like a real person? Am I understanding this correctly?
You mean it's woke, dude?
Okay. I just want like the argument for like this being forced. It's like a real person. Wokeness to me like isn't just having diverse characters. It'd be forcing them when they don't belong. And like this was a real person. A black person lived in Japan. We could quibble over whether or not he was a samurai, but the motherfucker was there. We're not quibbling over that. So like that already says, well, it could happen, so we can make a story of it, and it's totally reasonable, right? I gotta. What's the issue?
The issue. I don't know, man. This guy's fucking cringe.
Naga was I don't know if I'm saying that right, was fascinated with
Oda
the color of
Nobunaga.
his skin,
Okay.
and he was kept as a retainer
Yes,
until
that's what I said.
Nobunaga
I was talking
was
about
betrayed and slain. Yasuke fought part of that battle but surrendered and was in prison. Not much is known about him. What is known is there's no actual record of him being a samurai, donning the armor.
Yeah, well, that's what
Fawning.
I heard that too. That's basically what the video I watched said. But they said he was like I don't remember which title it was, but there's a title that like made him pretty close to a samurai, but he wasn't because he wasn't from the like a royal family or whatever the fuck it is.
Probably just because he wasn't fucking Japanese.
It might have been it, but I'm pretty sure it was just like you're not from a lineage, so you can't technically be a samurai.
Yeah, but he's like a fighter or something. Like
Yeah, but he
whatever,
just
man.
like I'm
That's
pretty
what-
sure he was taught like how to wield a samurai sword and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, so samurai and everything but name, maybe I don't even know. I'm not a fucking historian, but I think people might be dragging this a little bit further than they need to just because they don't technically see the word samurai, so they get super upset. Which I don't know. Did Ubisoft call him a samurai?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. He's wearing samurai armor, so everyone's about hurt.
Yeah. I guess that's probably it.
anything
Fucking, can we
like
talk
that.
about how fucking sick
Essentially-
samurai armor looks like? By the way,
Samurai
It looks
armor is
so
fucking dope.
fucking so sick.
Yeah, samurai
With
armor.
fucking like demon faces and like horns and like plate armor.
I
It's
love the fucking demon faces. That shit is so fucking.
and they have
cool.
like horns and shit.
Yeah.
That is like the hardest armor of all history, in my opinion.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I like a lot of medieval knight armor too, but like samurai's got the like masks. The fucking masks are so cool.
And like they're very, very decorative and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody. There's so much media about like Japanese culture and history is so fucking fascinating, and it's
Yeah.
like so its own thing.
Yeah. If you're really into it, you should play Ghost of Tsushima. It came out on PC.
No.
Oh, okay. I told Mallory she should play it, and she's like, "Damn, this game's really good." I'm like, "You're goddamn right it is." That's why I told you to play it,
Hey,
bitch.
who's that?
Some cunt.
was a
Wow.
glorified servant
I
for
went
this
there.
guy because he was fascinated because they'd never seen a black person before. The first time they met him, they made him strip like his shirt off and scrub his skin because they thought it was added after that.
Yeah. So cool. What does this have to do with it being woke? So far, the argument is literally just there's a black guy, therefore it's woke. Ubisoft bad. Because apparently it's really oppressive according to like one person. So I mean, I guess that's more than no evidence, but it's like the least compelling evidence.
Yeah. All right.
Oh well.
Oh well.
That. Yet he's been heralded as the first black samurai, which there's no proof of anywhere. And they take that story.
I'm pretty sure even the video I watched said there was technically no black samurai.
Yeah, that doesn't
I
surprise me.
think they said that. So
Yeah, man, we're taking a little liberties. That happens. It's okay. It's historical fiction. We can roll with it.
yeah, seems cool.
Fucking whatever.
We can get it done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
There
They
probably
take
weren't a lot
that
of fucking
story. The
female
first time-
fucking
Ninjas?
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There probably
Actually-
wasn't.
Actually,
I'm gonna guess there wasn't. There probably
I
wasn't
was-
a lot of female
there
anything
was,
but
like-
like wives.
there
and
were
mothers
well,
and shit.
assuming Shogun is like one of the most. It feels like there is so much attention to detail of authenticity, and there is they do show like an assassination attempt by like a maid or something, and she was trained by an order to go in like deep cover. Like she'll serve this family for like years, and then like when she sees an opening, she'll just fucking kill who she needs to kill, and like so. You know, whatever. I mean, yeah, I think female assassins did technically exist. Maybe not in this capacity, where she's like whipping chains around and shit.
Yeah. Which I don't know a female ninja.
Right.
Like it doesn't seem like that was much of a combat role. Like maybe
Right.
she killed somebody, but like was she running around fucking sword fighting and throwing ninja stars or whatever? Do ninjas throw ninja stars? Is that real?
I don't know.
That's just
I
a
don't-
white people thing, like fortune cookies.
In general, salad chicken.
In general, sounds true.
I don't know. All right, ready?
Remember when in Shang-Chi, the Mandarin was super mad at people calling him the Mandarin, despite that fact that he spoke Mandarin? He was like, "This is fucking white people shit. They named me after a chicken dish," and he fucking speaks Mandarin.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, Disney's good at things.
Uh-huh.
That might be wokeness. It probably was, because they were just like, man, America bad. And it's just like, this isn't American, dog. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, okay. I'm out of danger. God, I need to change how often my iPad goes to sleep, because it be closing.
ABC.
Oh my god. It's just not working on my
restart.
iPad. Yeah.
You mentioned me in a post. Oh, what the?
The first time you're doing
Damn it. No, okay. We got there.
first time you're doing a Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan. And instead of really honoring the Japanese history like we saw in something like Ghost of Tsushima,
Yes. They took a minority and replaced it with another minority. That's definitely wokeness. Wokeness love to take minorities out of stories.
Paste.
instead, we know exactly what this is. It's just more woke propaganda bullshit. And here we are, the rumors of them using a fictional black samurai as the basis for this game.
I understand there's not proof that he was a samurai, but I don't know, it's just... Let's not act like he's totally fictional. I don't like the term fictional black samurai. I get his point.
100% never existed, Steve.
I don't know that they said he's a samurai yet. I haven't seen that. He didn't show it. They show the character. Yeah, he's wearing samurai armor. I see it, but he's not gonna wear fucking nothing. Whatever.
Looks like it's true. Sorry, people of Japan. You know, if you wanted to focus on that, you could certainly. There's a lot of things you could do in Africa, but for some reason they don't want to do that. We did have the...
No, they did. I think he's actually about to talk about it. They did go to Africa. There was an Assassin's Creed in Egypt. We did it.
We did it, but not African.
They should. Oh my god, how based would it have been if there was a fucking Japanese dude as the main character in that? That'd have been fucking awesome, dude.
What? This is so fucking... This is just brain rot, dude.
No, this is wokeness and it must be destroyed. You don't understand. This is the death of society, Patrick. It's definitely not, I shot out a 5-minute video that's got rage bait content so that I could keep making shit for my channel. That's definitely not it. Definitely not.
The Egyptian one, we did have one in Africa. We did have an African protagonist. But I guess we can't have a Japanese man be a protagonist in this. You need the black man. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button. Subscribe to the channel. Notifications. Share this video out there. And I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, that's fake rage. He doesn't care about fucking Japanese people. It's like,
No,
what about the Japanese people? No, you don't care.
care.
You just want to fucking spew your shit, dude. I don't know.
What don't you know?
It's so exhausting.
That's my job, is to go through
Just a bunch of
shit.
fucking peddlers and fucking shills and charlatans.
I don't know what I'm fucking supposed to do here. Oh, I bet I know what I'm supposed to do, actually. I'm gonna die. Can I get my fucking... I'm probably fucked. Okay. Well, after we experienced that, the argument being, I don't know. Oh, Mark was in the chat. I didn't even notice. I need to pay more attention to chat. Japanese people love Yasuke. It was a really bad anime that had wizards and robots. Sorry I missed you, Mark. I don't think he's here anymore. Yeah. Japanese people love Yasuke, apparently. According
What's
to
Yasuke?
that weeb. Alright.
What is that?
That
What
was
is
Mark
Yasuke?
Talley. Mark Talley was in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I missed it. I have not been paying attention to chat. I gotta get back in the swing of how to even stream. But, you know, it's fine.
He's not here anymore, you said?
I don't think so. It says we have one viewer, and I have the stream open because I was checking the sound. So, all right, you ready for Hassan's take on this?
Am I?
All these kind of different
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be high intellect.
All right, let's look.
people they could
get
have
it
picked
going.
from. They picked Yasuke. Why do they pick Yasuke? Because he's black.
Dude, I feel like being a gamer pejorative. When you're a gamer, you just like automatically
Why did he say pejorative?
He wants you to know
Like, I'm
that
insulting
he's
you. I'm
insulting
insulting you.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you think that's like a title pride? I'm insulting you. How much of a gamer is Hassan? I don't actually know. I'm sure he plays games sometimes because he has to on Twitch. This dumbass, do you remember Hassan said, is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow when he was defending socialism? He was just like, that was an Andrew Ryan quote, which is actually socialist. I was like, did you even fucking pay attention to
Think about what you're
Bioshock?
fucking saying. You ever sit down and think about, hey, the way I live my life and my beliefs are the
Incompatible.
starkest contrast. imaginable.
He's like the most hardcore capitalist who ever existed. Like barely pays his editors.
Fucking multi-million-dollar
is
house.
yeah, the most materialistic person possible.
He's gotten everything from his fucking
uncle.
families. Yeah.
His face is literally in
Nepotism
Webster's for
bullshit.
nepotism.
But now, dude, you're right, dude.
You're right, dude. Gamer is a pejorative.
Dude, I fucking.
Well, that
hate
you can't
rich
say that.
kids.
That's our word, Hassan. You can't say that. You gotta say game.
Hey, you too. If you're a rich kid, go fuck yourself. All right, go ahead.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I wasn't a rich kid. That's fine.
I know. Our children will be rich kids, though, Steven.
If I have them.
You know what? You know what Warren Buffett said? He says, he's like, none of my wealth is going to my kids.
That's kind of bad.
And I'm just like, that's fucking sick. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's kind of based.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sure he took care of them. He was like, I'm gonna make sure you don't have to worry about college or anything, but you're gonna build your own shit.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, because
fair.
this shit's mine. Yep. And I bet that turned them into a better people than their fucking peers.
Yep. I bet it did.
All right.
I worry about that. I don't have kids, but I worry about it not because I think I'd buy my kids just tons of shit, but I buy a lot of toys just for myself. I'm like,
Yep.
well, I don't want you to play on the Xbox. I bought that for me. You should
You have to
earn
have, like-
something.
You should have just like a separate, like a man cave that has a lock on it, so they can't see all the cool shit you have.
Yeah.
Because if you do it in front of them, that's gonna cause resentment. So you
Yeah,
have to have like
yeah. Yeah, it would probably have to be something like that. But I've definitely thought about that. God damn it. I need the fucking...
You just your job is to give them the tools to be able to build something like you build,
Yeah, that's
like
that
a
would be
life.
the goal.
That's your job.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Holy shit. The watch together just doesn't fucking work for me anymore, dude.
Must be protected.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
There it goes.
We're gonna talk
I
about
pressed
some
I pressed.
that will
Okay.
really frustrate a lot of these guys. Assassin's Creed Shadows official world premiere trailer dropped, and I think it's pretty good.
Oh, I haven't seen this. This is cool.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
Ew, girl,
All I have ever known in my life. Our land,
What accent is that?
our customs.
Asian.
Is it?
I really hope that they don't do the UB bulk, dude. I really, really, really hope, because this looks dope. Obviously,
It's gotta have the UV bulk. It's just gonna
I don't know what
be-
that is.
It's
What is that?
Ubisoft makes games where they just have a million fucking icons on your map. It's just a whole bunch of fucking bullshit they have to
I
do.
see.
None of it's good. It's all fucking stupid.
It's just noisy. It makes the screen
Yeah.
noisy. Yeah. Okay.
Well, not just
Got
that. It's just none of it's like good content. It's all like just filler. And it's not really well crafted, and it's just an assload of it to artificially pad out the game slang. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not artificial, but it's just like a metric shitload of it to make it feel like you actually got a long game that you paid good money for is worth it.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of fucked myself with getting my souls back, so
I'll get it. Hold on.
no, my souls. It's in the game.
you know, this is Assassin's Creed Week. You know, this is perfect, and I think it's gonna.
Okay, so I think Hassan actually just talks about UE bullshit for like 8 hours, so I'm gonna put that up to 2.
Get hit with a UB ball, but we'll see. It's just gonna. I hope it's not like as bloated as Valhalla was.
Greed. Power. Vengeance.
What's UB bulk? Bad code? No, when it's like a entirely bloated game where they're like Ubisoft bulk or UB bloat, as I understand it, as I call it, is literally when the gameplay could be fucking awesome. Like everything is designed for it to be perfect, and then they just try to 10x it for no reason. So then you end up doing 700 fetch quests, like literally, and it gets incredibly
true.
repetitive, unimaginably repetitive and dull. I made the term up, by the way. It's not a thing that.
Dang, official Cornage. You need to pay him if you say UE bloat, Patrick.
Well, he is a capitalist.
That's true. That's true. He's like the biggest capitalist, I think. He
Very successful capitalist.
Yeah, very successful capitalist.
Remarkable.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm sort of concentrating on my game here. Continue.
that people say, I don't think. And it's just like probably one of the worst parts about these kinds of streamlined RPGs, I would say. RPGs nowadays, and maybe forever, are made or broken on what their side quests look like. That's why I love Yakuza. Yakuza is so good that its side quests are, in most instances, better than the main quest. The side quests have nothing to do with the main quest.
It's like
Nothing
Skyrim.
whatsoever, right? You don't even get any additional benefits from half the side quests, but you do it anyway. The reason why you do it is because they're fun. It's fun. Witcher is another incredible game that has phenomenal side quests. A lot of the Bethesda games have side quests that are better than the overall main quest. Faction quests specifically in Bethesda games basically carry the game. Cyberpunk had phenomenal side quests as well. So I personally hope that this will do that and not fall into the same big bloated game that they made that's simply trying to give you the most bang for your buck for like $75. So they just make a lot of repeats. It's like,
Dude, is that
Okay.
how expensive games are now? $75?
Yeah, a lot of
Jesus
them.
Christ.
A lot of them are like $70, or they'll be like, "Oh, you got to get the digital deluxe edition to have special."
Oh, so they just
fucking
give you
armor."
incomplete games that you need to buy extra things for.
Yeah, kinda.
That's pretty stupid.
It's not necessarily incomplete because a lot of the digital deluxe stuff is like shit. It's just like an armor or something. So, a lot of times I'll get it, that kind of thing, if I really like the developer. I'm like, hey, I'll just reward you because this is going to be a game I'm going to play a lot. So I'm going to get my money's worth either way. But yeah, lots of games that'll be like, yeah, you get this fucking one armor set at the beginning. Or some of them will give you just like in-game helping things. Like I think Dragon's Dogma gave you like more crafting materials or something. Yeah.
Stupid.
But yeah, I think a lot of games are coming out as just 70 now too. That's just like the default price. Like I believe the default for Diablo 4 was just $70. So yeah, we're moving forward, Patrick. You know, things cost money. Inflation.
Inflation. Yes.
piece. It's like, it's reskin, insert X game. Climate Tower and get 90 map icons. Yeah. Also, yes, UV bloat also includes UI bloat, monetization bloat, and many bloat, etc. Where it's just like, it makes you go crazy. It makes you lose your when you're looking at it. But that's my only concern. That's my only concern about it. I don't have any additional concerns. However, from what I understand, a lot of people are concerned about this.
Okay, we're getting into the meat of the conversation here. Let's see if we can learn.
This game, you might ask yourself why, if you couldn't figure out.
Also, pay attention. Hassan's editor is doing most of the heavy lifting here. Hassan will have a sentence that has like 8 cuts in it to string it together.
Alright, to make him sound like, because he's just
Mildly intelligent, because he's actually just mentally deficient and can't fucking speak.
Got him.
He just says fucking nonsense. It takes him forever to say anything even mildly useful. Actually watching his like unedited shit is painful. It's incredible how long it takes him to say anything. And it's never good either. So just pay attention to that.
If you couldn't figure out why, it is because the main character is potentially going to be the historical figure Yasuke, the Black Samurai. And that, of course, is completely unacceptable. Pronouns! There's a woman and also a Black Samurai.
What the fuck does pronouns have to do with it?
There's a cut. He just screams.
Oh, okay. It's just like the editor just memes. Oh my god, fuck. Patrick, I'm really struggling to jump on a fucking plank of wood in this game. I hate... Talking about UB bloat, I hate the fucking platforming in FromSoft games. Why the fuck do they do this? It's so
What game are you
fucking... I'm playing
Elden
Elden Ring. Yeah. But they just make you do platforming, and the game's not fucking made for that. It's shit. Just like, oh, you're really good at the combat? I hope you can jump, bitch. I'm like, fuck. That's really shit. Should I do it over here? Is this going to be better for me in some way? Oh, okay. I made it. Okay. Alright, I'm scared. No! It left without me, you son of a fucking bitch. Oh, I suck at this game.
How do I reply to people who complain about Black Samurais and saying that even Japanese people don't like it? Wait, what? I don't give a shit if Japanese people like it or not. What do you mean? There is
Why
an
wouldn't you give a shit if Japanese people like it? It's about Japanese culture.
Oh man, damn.
Doesn't that seem like the main people we should be worried about? Like, why... We shouldn't give a shit about if Americans like it that much, because it's not our culture. Right? I mean, I guess to some degree, we should hope everybody likes it. We want people to like good games and people to like them and everything, but...
I'm trying to think.
Don't try too hard.
Do you think this decision would be made if this game was only going to come out in Japan? The answer is no, right? Because
What the fuck?
the company is motivated and almost entirely by their bottom line, so no.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like there was animes that had him in there. So maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, is that what Mark was talking about?
I think Hassan actually talks about it a little bit too.
Okay.
And Mark said Japanese people love him. So yeah, maybe if they do love him, I don't know why they wouldn't make something about him, you know?
Unimaginable number of samurai games that Japanese people make. And I
What is the unimaginable number of samurai games? I can think of Ghost of Tsushima, and then Dynasty Warriors, maybe? What else we got? Civilization has samurai in it. Does that count? You got none, Patrick?
I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
He said there's an unimaginable number of samurai characters. Or samurai games made from Japan.
Yeah, that's probably true. There's a lot.
Is there that many? I can't think of that many.
Like samurai games from. I mean, I'm sure there's like a lot of ones that we don't know of because they're like made in Japan or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm a bit sus of that.
Whatever, man.
Okay. Thanks for agreeing with me. You're good support.
Fuck yourself. All right, I'm on board. I'm here. I'm
love
very
them, and
sleepy.
I play them all
but
the
I'm here.
time.
Okay.
What do you mean? What are we? First of all, we don't even know if that's the case. Okay, we don't even know if like Japanese people have universally decided Ubisoft's new game sucks because there's a black person, and I doubt that. I doubt that they would say that. Japanese people think black people are cool, just like everyone else.
Do Japanese people think black people are cool, Patrick?
No, I think Asians are Japanese, along with a lot of other Asian countries, are very racist.
Yeah. Not.
They're racist.
Hey, they are quite racist. Not a Japanese person. So, I may be doing it bad by talking about this and assuming all Asians are like this. But still, just an example of Asian racism that I experienced. One of my my ex-girlfriend in high school, or not high school, college, one of her friends was Korean, and her parents said they would disown her if she dated a black guy. And
I've heard stuff like this before as well.
Yeah. And then if she dated a white guy, he just wasn't allowed to go to their house.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense hatred for black people there. I mean, it's obviously a dislike of white people, but that's like active hatred for black people.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. She had a white boyfriend. I don't remember if her parents knew about him or not.
We got her,
We
boys.
done boys. We done boys. We got her.
Got her.
I consider that a win for white kind.
Go whites. Let's go whites. White powers. Oh wait.
Have you seen a Chappelle show with the racial draft?
I have not. Oh, is it like the attributes each one has?
No, they just draft people into other races. I can't remember. Tiger Woods got drafted by the Asians. There was something. White people tried to draft. I want to say it was like Michael Jackson or something, and then the black people were like, "We won't accept that unless you also take O.J. Simpson."
That's funny. Yeah. I've seen this. I have.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a good meme.
Good memories.
Oh, wow. Okay. I really need to make it so that my iPad doesn't fall asleep every 2 minutes or whatever it is. I have it on the default. Fucking Christ. Yeah. I just can't let my iPad go to sleep. It'll just fuck everything up.
During the Sengoku period, he was sent to Japan as a slave. His black skin was unusual, and he was taken in by Nobunaga. He was given a name and became a samurai and was a candidate for Castle Lord. He was on Nobunaga's side during the Honnoji incident. He was overlooked by the Akechi Mitsuhide. His whereabouts are unknown after that. It's such a romantic story. No wonder he's the main character. This is a very famous character in Japanese history. And there are video games that have featured him before. There's anime that has featured him.
I would love to hear one example of a video game that featured him before. I'd love to hear it.
I think. I mean, there's been, as far as I can think of, there's been one other instance of a black samurai, and it's Afro Samurai.
Samurai Champloo.
I don't
even.
think
Is that guy
there a
black? I
guy?
don't remember what Samurai
No.
Champloo is.
No. I watched Samurai Champloo. I don't think there's any black people in it.
I don't know.
Afro Samurai. But it has nothing to do with any of this. He's just a black guy who's a samurai.
Right, yeah.
It's like some alternate universe where, like, crazy shit happens.
True.
But that's the only other
but that's
instance I
woke.
can think of. That was fucking cool. It wasn't trying to be historically accurate.
Doesn't sound like it.
It was just random nonsense.
How do I get...
Alright,
understand.
you mind if I start it?
Yeah, go for it. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm supposed to do something in this goddamn video game.
Oh, why is it lagging? It's not working for me.
Oh, I need to jump like down there. Okay, I see.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That says it's not working for me.
God damn it. They need to make a better website.
Him before.
work now?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
See, Yasuke's in both of the Neo games, and no Japanese person ever complained about that.
Okay.
These are white people.
corrected the
These
fuck out of
are
me.
white people that are complaining about it. The descendants of one of Oda's samurais are also mad at.
Would it be a bad thing if white people complain about it? Like if white people complain about George Floyd being killed, is that acceptable?
I know, it's pretty hip to hate white people these days.
Yeah, but like, if the white people actually had an issue with it, or they actually saw an issue, like, hey, we think this is actually hurting Japanese culture or whatever, isn't it fine for them to speak up? Like, what's wrong with that?
Listen, you can have any kind of opinion you want. It's just as long as you back it up with fucking evidence and logic.
Sure.
Fucking whatever.
Whatever, man. Yeah,
Why we're doing this.
It's just I don't know. I don't like the, oh, it's white people complaining, therefore it's stupid. Like, that's not good, you know? I don't like that.
Not great.
As a cracker myself, I don't appreciate that.
That's racist.
That is racist. The song got banned for that.
The weebs. The Yasuke was a retainer, so
Good.
he wasn't a samurai. Argument makes me roll my eyes so much. I'm
Good.
descended from Fujikake Nagakatsu, who was a retainer
he's done
of
so
Oda
good at
Nobunaga,
those
aka absolutely a samurai. Why are people like this? It's pretty funny also that like Yasuke was just a showpiece for Oda. He couldn't be seen hanging out with a commoner, so he gave him the title of samurai. He didn't hold a keep or a fief or anything like that, so it was just an empty title. I know, but it doesn't matter because he's still very much a historical figure, and it is hilarious that people like are upset about it, especially because the franchise that we're talking about is literally fictional. And on top of that, it's a franchise where you snap back and forth between the future and the past.
Oh my god. I think hell is freezing over, Patrick.
What? You agree?
I agree with Hassan Piker.
Yeah, he can, yeah.
Oh
He has good
no!
points,
Oh no! How did this happen? What is the world coming to?
It's truly
Hassan.
unbelievable.
Why? Why you gotta actually be right on this? Oh no.
What will you do?
I don't know, man. I gotta go apologize to all the people who I insulted Hassan to or something. I don't know. It's just like,
Write a formal letter of apology.
isn't there a comic that's like, the worst person in the world just made a point that you agree with? It's something like that. Oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my souls back. You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna abandon them. That's fine.
over like a lineage of assassins or whatever. It's ultimately not real. Even if there was not a single black samurai out there and they made a black samurai, who gives?
Let's see. If there's not a single black samurai out there and they made one, who gives a shit? I would if it didn't make sense for them to be there. I know it makes sense for them to be there though, because nobody's disputing whether or not this guy existed. So, yeah. I might say maybe he's not allowed to have the title of samurai, because I don't know what the rules are there. So that might be like a little bit of a quibble that I do. But overall, yeah, it's probably fine for them to just make a black samurai, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it might not be if it doesn't make sense, like they can still do it. It may be a bad story and they shouldn't, but like, whatever.
Whatever, dude.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is what we're here for, Patrick. We're learning. We are learning. Okay, I need to. Was it there? No. Yeah, I'll just bring it.
Right? But it is additionally funny that there was one and people are still mad. Time and time again, these so-called anti-SJWs display the most stereotypically SJW tendencies. Yeah. It's funny because they're like...
What is the most stereotypically SJW tendency that they were displaying?
Protecting minorities. I don't know.
You think? Because I think I guess, like, if we go over what Ryan said, he made what? 2 points? Dude wasn't a samurai, and instead of having an Asian character in Japan, or a Japanese character, more specifically, you have a black character. So, yeah, I guess that's sort of a SJW in a way, but then he claims that they're SJW, like the act of doing it.
You can take either side. It's like either saying this is bad can be SJW because you're like, or you could say like you wanting him to be included in SJW. You can play either side here.
It's like that
Just
meme that you
on...
sent me. It's like white people just like engaging in their culture is bad because it's cultural appropriation. Not engaging in it is, I don't remember what the other one.
Right, moving into the neighborhood is gentrification.
Yeah,
moving out
is white flight.
White flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's stupid. Seeing race or whatever.
Yeah.
Racist. Not seeing it
as blind to racism. Yeah.
Blind to racism. Like that.
Yeah. White people
Can't
winning.
win.
We can do all things.
Win.
Everything's good.
Except we won already, but we can't win.
We can't win. We won the most important game.
Now we're losing.
I'm really mad.
Maybe. We still got that.
We're kind of.
We still got that kind of structural. Maybe not structural, but like whatever. I don't like the term systemic because of it means like there's systems right now in place, which I don't think there is many to like help white people. But we still are the beneficiaries of
historically
past.
Systemic.
Yes.
Yeah. That compounds and creates generational wealth.
Yep. Yeah. So we still got that going for us. They haven't taken that away from us, Patrick.
I know, buddy.
Had to take that away from my gold dead hands.
I'm pressing play now.
I'm really mad that they didn't do this.
I beat you.
I'm really mad that there's a black character. It's like, dude, shut up.
So we got our first look at the new Assassin's.
He didn't even.
We are now watching a video of a man watching a video.
Yes. This is YouTube now. This is what it is. Oh my god, I have this fucking more videos screen up on this. Not that it matters.
What you were gonna say something? What?
This is just what YouTube is now. It's just reacting to content. That's all it is. So we're reacting to someone reacting to Assassin's Creed. This is just what it is, Patrick. You just have to accept it.
I don't have to partake in it. No offense.
Well, you're literally partaking in it.
I know. Whatever. Let's go.
You're not offending me. I don't give a shit. I just do this because I like watching YouTube videos. I'm just like, I'll stream it.
Okay.
See if it gets an audience.
It also can spark interesting ideas, but this is just fucking brain rot.
Yeah, this one's brain rot. It's a little brain rotty. But you gotta get it. You gotta see. Maybe there's something we missed. You never know. So far, I don't think so, but maybe there is. Let's see the racism on display here.
Creed game, and I gotta say, man, I'm not impressed. I'm actually just really annoyed right now. We have two main protagonists, one female, one male, just like Odyssey. We're gonna be using Neo. I hope I said that right. A female Japanese character. And for the male character, they're gonna be using Yasuke. Now, I'm annoyed because they're using Yasuke, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yasuke is what they want to say is the first black Japanese samurai, when in all actuality, he was not even a samurai. He was a retainer, so he wasn't even a full-blown samurai.
Yeah, I mean, I think from the tiny bit that I read and from what everybody's saying, I think this is actually probably true. I'm not a historian. But I think this is actually probably true. But I think it's still like the technical thing where it's just like that you literally can't. Like that you literally couldn't have been. He got as close to samurai as you could get without being one because the rules meant that he couldn't. So I don't know that it's that bad of a thing, and people just say he's a samurai. I think it's probably fine. Maybe not. I don't know. Not into the Asian culture.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Again, it's like, just don't see it as a one-to-one to history. It's just like, they took liberties, it's historical fiction, this didn't really happen. No one's saying this really happened.
No, everything in all video games is true, Patrick. Come on.
Ridiculous.
Are you saying someone lied on the internet?
Alright, we're going.
And for all of the characters they could have used for Japan, all these kind of different people they could have picked from, they picked Yasuke. Why do they pick Yasuke? Because he's black.
Dude, I feel like being a...
Well, probably, right? But what if they wanted to tell like an outsider story, like what you were saying? The way you get introduced to the culture is through somebody who's not familiar with the culture.
So
he's probably one of the most famous outsiders who, other than, well, is The Last Samurai based on something?
No, not really.
Okay. So I was like, I don't like if you want to do like a historical outsider, he seems like a pretty fucking good choice. I don't know if that's always good. I mean, it made sense. That's what I don't remember, Ivor or whatever the fuck the Viking one. He was an outsider because they were in England. So I don't know. It seems totally reasonable to me.
Yeah, it's fine. People are dumb. These people don't understand. You know, the most... Okay, never mind. I'm about to go back into my manifesto. Alright, we're good. Let's go for it.
Being a gamer, pejorative,
Again,
actually 100% overshadows, like, especially in this day and age, I guess, like, you know, race relations might not be as bad as we previously thought it was. Because, like, when you're a gamer, you just, like, automatically become like an entirely different group that must be protected. You know what I mean? So everyone's a Japanese.
yes, gamers are the most oppressed minority. This is true. This is factually accurate. But also, like, I don't know.
Are we even a minority anymore?
Well, it's the biggest industry by, like, money made. I guess, like, GDP or whatever.
More than, like, TV
like
and
revenue.
movies?
But are they money? Probably not. I wouldn't count like anybody who plays phone games as a gamer. Maybe depends on the phone game. If you're just playing Candy Crush, I wouldn't consider you a gamer. But I mean, Call of Duty sells like hotcakes. FIFA sells like hotcakes. So it's like Roblox, Minecraft. Like these things are legitimate games. Fortnite. So yeah, we're probably not anymore. But back in my day, we were the most depressed minority ever.
Japanese historian now or what? I mean, to be fair, this is one aspect where a lot of nerds won't around Japanese history. Nerds are completely unbearable when it comes to Japan. They still getting it wrong? No, I know, which is why.
That's true. Fucking weebs are the most unbearable fucking shit ever. Have you ever been to Otakon? It's fucking disgusting.
No, I don't like smelling that.
Have you not? I thought we went to Katsucon once. With Al?
Just
Yeah,
like-
we did.
Oh, to like walk around for like an evening
Yeah, we
or
were there
something?
just one night and we didn't have badges or anything.
Yeah, it was very forgettable. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we didn't actually attend it. I couldn't believe. I don't know if I just hadn't been at a con in a long time or whatever. I couldn't believe the stench of Magfest this year.
Oh yeah, you thought it was worse.
Yeah,
I mean-
there's no way it's worse. Like I have to believe something happened to me. But like I really smelled it like most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you would run into pockets of it for sure.
Yeah, I always experience the pockets of it. But like I would just go to the convention hall level and I'd be like, it smells different down here. Like, ugh.
Nerds be not bathing.
Yeah, nerds be not bathing. I said, how many fucking card game shops have you been to with the fucking sign that says, if you haven't showered, we'll fucking leave, kick you out.
My friend said, my friend who is not nerdy at all, I went into, by the way, do you know High Tide closed?
Yes.
Yeah, that bums me out. Anyway, we went into High Tide when it was open, and he was just like, "This place smells." And he just keeps going on this. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Why it's so stupid. Nobody buying this shit. We already got like 50 open world samurai games. ZZZ boring.
So in context, that doesn't matter to me, because
Yeah, I don't need to keep fighting on it. But do we have that many open world samurai games? I don't think so. I feel like I'd have been hearing about these more. Whatever. Maybe I'm out of touch. I'm not down with the weeps.
in all the Assassin's Creed games, every single character has been of some kind of different race and nationality, so that doesn't matter to me. That's fine. But you have to understand what day and age we're in. You have to understand the kind of social shit that they want to try to get across in these video games now. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like the cultural landscape that we're in right now. Things like this cannot just be like taken at face value. Like, oh, there's an agenda. Like, yeah, people are gonna see it this way.
Yeah, I don't know. I've played the last 2 Assassin's Creed games. I didn't beat them, so maybe it came in later. But there doesn't feel like there's some huge agenda in them. They're just like fucking action nonsense. It's just bullshit. Like, there's not a bunch of gay characters. I guess there was a woman Viking, but that's more just like you get a creative
Shield maidens
so.
actually existed. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
They actually did fight.
Yeah, I don't. It didn't seem particularly woke to me. I don't. Maybe I missed it. I very much could have, because like I said, I didn't beat it, but...
You're just ignorant, dude.
Yeah, I'm ignorant. I very well could be. I don't know. I have to see. But I don't know. That's just... It does feel like it's just... You see a black person, and it's woke. That's just it.
So instead of using a Japanese man in a game based in Japan, like they did with the other Assassin's Creed games, Altair, he was an Arab, obviously.
Arab.
Bro, okay, bro said Arab. Altair.
Fucking Arabs. Dude, this reminds me. One time, when I was in elementary school, we fucking dressed up for Halloween. Do you know what we dressed up as? Me and my sister?
Oh, fucking like Taliban?
Just fucking Arabs. We just had turbans.
Listen, how old were you?
I don't know, 8 or something. I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
my
the
dad was
90s
just
were-
like,
the-
I
the
could
90s
put
were
together
a
a
different
costume
time,
for
my
you.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was wilding. I'm looking back
Dude,
at that. I'm like, Jesus.
Like, fucking, like, there's like old, like, I'm not saying this is okay, but this is like, it was just a different time where it's just like, there's pictures of senators in like college years and they're just like dressed as things that are not okay.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau did fucking blackface, and he's running all of Canada.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's been a few incidences of blackface or like people dressing up as like Native Americans, like all this shit. It'd be like that.
Fucking kids play fucking cowboys and Indians. Get over it. I don't know.
Not anymore. You gotta play oppressors and indigenous people.
Fucking Steven, 3 generations, all these people are gone.
3? You think it's
I
gonna
can't
take that
wait.
many?
Generations like what, 15 years or something? 10 years?
No idea.
They just need to die, right?
I just need to die. I mean, yeah, that would do it, I guess.
They age out because the majority of these people aren't having kids, which thank God.
You need to go further into your manifesto. Get that one done for you.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
Altair, he was a Arab. God damn, son. What? I told a coworker I was hyped for this game, and he said, you would be because I'm black. Not sure how I feel about that, but still hyped. Yeah, you would be. Maybe he meant like you enjoy recycled IP. I don't know.
It was a bit rough. I feel bad for the guy. His coworker don't like him. He's mean to me. Did I just reach a dead end? I fucking hate this game. I don't know what's going on, Patrick.
That's weird.
One of my favorites, Connor, in Assassin's Creed 3, he was Native American. That was fine. And
That was fine. Oh, thank God. Wait, hold on. I didn't even finish the trailer.
God damn it. I don't want to watch you watch the fucking trailer.
And
I
you,
want to watch the trailer. I understand.
will you continue down that river?
Oh my God, he's black.
What?
Beyond what we see.
And we must look for it together. We must learn to trust, rebuild.
And follow the blade.
I'm not interested in this game because when I was in high school, I got beaten up by a bunch of black samurai who called me the C word. Oh no, dude, come on. Okay, Ellie. Oh, that's great. That's perfect. No
was
notes,
alright.
man. You got me. Okay. This game is just perpetuating anti-white racism. A lot of people are complaining that the character is a myth regardless of the facts, yet they can't comprehend that regardless if he's real or not. The fact that Yasuke was given a mythology status already gives credibility to make a video game out of it. Lots of video games and media are based on myths. Yeah, also there's a lot of
That's
media
true.
based on Yasuke in general.
We are the shadows.
I'm waiting for one
That
part.
serve the light.
Just want to get to one part of
The Netflix show wasn't that good. I'm sorry. The Netflix anime wasn't that good on Yasuke.
the most famous of them all, Ezio Auditore, who is Italian. So why in all those games would you have a character representative of...
this. Yeah, but Italian is white. We can't have that anymore. That's over. Ezio would
That's
get
a pretty
canceled
recent. That's a pretty
nowadays.
recent stance historically. 100 years ago, Italians were not white.
That's true. Yeah, and Irish people weren't either.
Yeah. So I guess whites were like what, like English and Scandinavian and German, and that's in French, I guess.
Kinda,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. Everybody else can go fuck themselves.
At one point, it was probably basically just English. And then, like, Italian.
It's
Well,
hard
no,
to look
not
at
Italians,
a Norseman and saying you're not a white guy, but yeah, I hear you.
but- That's too white. That's neon white. We don't like that.
That's me.
of the
Someone walked up to
reason
me.
they're
Someone
from.
walked up to me the
But
other day.
in
and She's like, "Man, you're white." I'm like, "Thank you."
Thanks, dude.
Like, I didn't even fucking know.
Baldy
the
McSnowshoes. Hey, you spot a fake Assassin's Creed fan. Some people really complain that Assassin's Creed is not historically when AC games became historically accurate. Not sure. Some people really complained that Assassin's Creed is not historically. When was AC games became? Oh yeah, AC. Assassin's Creed games are absolutely not historically accurate. That's true. I 100% agree with you. So, if Sasuke is not, or Yasuke, excuse me, Sasuke, fucking Naruto.
Yeah.
If Yasuke is not 100% historically accurate, then it's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't think Ezio existed. I don't think that fucking Indian guy
Yeah,
existed.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I don't think any of these
Get
people are
over
real.
it.
Here's a
Jesus
person
Christ.
who's based on another. Did they even say it's actually 100% him? They
I
may
don't think
have.
so.
I don't know. Did they just show a black guy?
No, they probably did. They probably were. Oh, this is this guy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be referenced. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
so.
not. I'm not sure, but that's true. Yeah, it absolutely does not have to be historically accurate. There's nothing historically accurate about the underground, like, sort of Christian-esque cult of assassins who murder famous people. Like, I don't... Maybe it happened. I doubt it, though.
The Illuminati, Steve.
This game,
All through
you
your
want
body.
to demote a Japanese man and then use Yasuke. I understand.
How is that they're not demoting a Japanese man. They're just using a different character. That's not a demotion for a Japanese person. That's a really weird way to frame it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's fucking whatever. These guys.
You know what?
I can't. I'm just repeating myself over and over again. Like, it's,
Yeah, we kind of are. There's one thing I really want to get to with Hassan though.
okay.
There's some commentary from him that I think is enlightening.
Understand why? We know why.
Wait, what do you demote a Japanese man, bro? Come on. There's also, dude, there's also a shit ton of Japanese dudes ripping through Japan. Like, I can't believe these guys who complain about Assassin's Creed constantly juggling the same IP over and over again are now mad that they're doing something a little different than, like, literally the same game that you can play. Bro's like, why isn't this Ghost of Tsushima?
Also, no, this is also, it's gonna be the exact same thing as the other ones. Ubisoft just make the same fucking games over and over again. So despite the fact that this is black, I doubt they're gonna take the fact that he's black seriously. I doubt that. I doubt it's gonna be a major part of the story. I think it's literally only gonna go skin deep.
If they don't address it, I think
it's
that's
such a wasted opportunity.
I'm like, what are you guys talking about? No, but they addressed it even in the trailer where the little girl like looked at him and she's like, "What the fuck are you?"
I didn't pay that much attention, did they? Okay.
Yeah, there was a little girl at the end who was walking through a village and he was just chilling, and she looked at him and her mouth was like a gasp.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. That would actually be really interesting. I'd be more interested in that than other Assassin's Creed games. I can imagine I'm going to play it still, but
I'm glad that he's not the assassin. He
no, he
like
will
to
be
just
the
a
assassin. If you're
warrior.
like a main character, you're going to be assassin.
But like, aren't assassins supposed to be sneaky and inconspicuous?
Oh, not anymore. They got rid of that.
He is the most conspicuous person.
What do you think? The
He's the only-
Viking was a fucking
Or they're like,
inconspicuous?
I don't know. I don't know how that game happened.
Yeah, you're an assassin, as far as I remember, and
You're
just
not
part of
trying to
that
blend
clan or
in and
whatever.
like get up close without.
No, not really. You just kind of you raid things and
Alright.
just gonna fucking do Viking shit.
Sick. What a life.
Yeah, not the worst life ever.
Tsushima. I want this to be Ghost of Tsushima. Why are you not making Ghost of Tsushima? It's so weird, man. Anyway, the current state of gamers. Futuristic artifact with superpower in 1476 Italy. Black man in Japan, a black guy is the main character in feudal Japan. Lamau, remember when Assassin's Creed game cared about historical accuracy? Exactly.
That is true. That I would say that is
Yeah,
definitely
we
true.
need to realize that this is fiction.
No.
There are ways. There is an argument that fits this, if the scenario was different, but it's not. Right?
That's true. Like, it made sense. It was when people were really mad about there being no black people in like Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm just like, yeah, it's set in like medieval Europe, wasn't it?
Yeah, there'd be no fucking black people.
Yeah. So that one made sense.
When did the slave trade, the African slave trade, happen? It was around the colonial days, I assume, right?
You sure?
Okay.
I had no idea when the slave trade happened.
I have no idea either.
That was your people, though. Was the Dutch East Indian slave trade or whatever?
Dutch East India Trading Company is largely responsible for
That was you. You guys did it. Bad guy. Why you bad
this.
guy?
I do not take responsibility for
That's
my
fine.
ancestors' actions.
Well, why you bad guy though?
I don't know.
You just take all the advantages that the slave trade gave your ancestors.
That's right.
You're gonna use
Willingly. Stay mad.
it. I will not take responsibility, but I'm glad it happened.
No. I'm not glad of that either.
You seem pretty glad.
I renounce the actions of my ancestors. Are you happy?
Pay reparations.
Uh,
Like, name a single person that I actually heard.
yeah. I'm not
My
responsible for
family.
my ancestors' actions.
True. Yeah, I won. Okay.
I feel like I want this game to be good because I think that the lore is fun. I am, however, worried that it'll have the same Ubisoft problems.
But they're not going to tell you why, because if you call it out, you're...
But it's ironic because they're not even getting mad at that. They're so invested in... They are so goddamn invested in the fact that there's a black character that they're not even, like, pointing the finger at obvious stuff that normally is annoying.
some kind of ist or phobe or whatever. And since I'm black and I'm calling it out, that means that I must hate my skin or something. You know how they do. I just see this and my immediate thought is they did this for...
What do you think, Patrick? Do you think this guy hates his skin?
Oh man.
Do you think he has a problem with black people in video games?
I think he's too ingrained in the fucking political climate, so he's just thinking this as another shoehorned inclusive bullshit, and he's sick of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it's black. That's what it's affecting this guy right now. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think I generally agree. I think he's probably consumed a lot of like anti-SJW kind of YouTube videos and media and shit. So he's quick to jump to that conclusion.
For
Yeah.
brownie points. I can't think of any other reason why you would have...
Dude, internalize what?
So I think the other reason would be that it's an interesting story. That seems like the obvious other reason, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
They did this for brownie points. I can't think of any other reason why you would have...
Dude, internalized white supremacy is so powerful. You got black dudes in the gaming space literally being like, yeah, they put this black guy as the main character because, like, just because he's black, and I hate that. That's crazy.
What do you think of that take, Patrick? This is internalized white supremacy. Yeah? How you feel about that one?
Pretty stupid. Pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
I'll go a little bit further than
I
that.
understand what he's saying.
Okay,
I just
sure.
don't agree with it. He's saying that... Yeah, no, I think it's selfish. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I think that is disgusting, actually. I think what he's saying is this guy is not smart enough to see that he actually has white supremacist tendencies. And he's acting in a white
Saying that
supremacist manner.
He hates his own race.
Yes. He may, like... I'll
Instead
give...
of saying this guy is smart enough to have his own opinion based on the things that he's observed.
Yeah. I think he's
And-
influenced by a lot of this shit, like,
Yeah.
probably too much. But
And I'm not saying
Um,
I don't agree with what he's saying, but I wouldn't say like, oh, you're just some fucking self-hating like Uncle Tom or whatever. That's basically what Hassan is saying.
yeah,
Yeah. Which is
I
fucked up.
I think that's really fucked up. I don't think this guy has internalized white supremacy. I think this guy is just like, he's probably a weeb. He probably really appreciates Asian culture, and he sees some of the diversity stuff going on in other media, so he's really quick to jump on this one. Even though it's a historical character that he admitted was a historical character, but maybe not be a samurai. But I think jumping to say that this is internalized white supremacy is fucking bleep.
Leap of money.
That's what I gotta say.
I agree with that.
Crazy, man. Get well, okay? Get well, brother. Hopefully you get well one day.
have
He tells him he needs to get well.
Because he doesn't agree with him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the language there seems really...
Why can't you just be like, hey man, I disagree with you?
Yeah, this seems like really vicious and mean.
It's kind
to me.
of it's condescending.
It's very condescending. He's calling this dude like really stupid. And saying that he's working for white supremacists. I don't know. I really don't like that. I find
What you
that
gonna do?
disgusting.
Not good.
a Assassin's Creed game based in Japan, which we've been clamoring for since the beginning of Assassin's Creed, and then have the main protagonist that is a male be black. I see that and I'm like, there's no other reason than I want claps for it. There's no other reason. And I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. I've played every game. I love every game. And one of my favorite characters is actually Cassandra from Odyssey. So nobody can sit here and say, I don't like women or I don't like diverse people or whatever, when one of my favorite characters is diverse.
Bro, chirping about, Yasuke being a DEI hire for a fictional video game where, like, there's epigenetic memories that cause you to go and, like, go sequentially through a lineage and become an assassin is insane, okay? It's pick-me behavior. It's 100% internalized white supremacy. I don't give a shit if people clip that, okay? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have too much more to say about that. I can't stand the immediately jumping to eternalized white supremacy. I think you should give.
I
the
mean,
guy
he can
a
just
little
literally
bit more
just
credit than that.
just fucking plop that on any person who is not white who disagrees with something, like the narrative or whatever. Right?
Yeah, it's just like a catch-all.
He can just disqualify anybody who's just like, oh well, you have internalized. Like, why don't you address their issues?
Yeah, isn't
Like,
the
why don't you
idea?
address
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Well, isn't part of the idea of like woke stuff is like you should be listening to minorities, and he's just like dismissing them out of hand?
Mm-hmm.
That seems a
Addresses
counterintuitive.
argument, and then like
Yeah.
neither me or you agree with this African American gentleman. But we're not leaping to like, oh, your shit's invalid because you're blah blah blah. We just think he's wrong.
Thank you for saying African American instead of the word I know you wanted to say.
Oh Jesus.
Black friend is what you want to say.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick.
We
I
will.
think that was pretty much the last take I wanted to see from that. So,
Yeah. It's pretty silly.
yeah. So I think that's a good place to call it. What did we learn today? We learned that guy may or may not be a samurai. We learned that. That was a good learning. I feel educated on that. We learned any black person who doesn't like Yasuke as a character in Assassin's Creed has internalized white supremacy. We learned gamers are bad. Gamers bad.
Yes.
Did we learn anything else?
No, this is just all fucking brain rot.
True. It is.
Stupid. And we should punish.
True.
No.
Extra true. I learned I need to double and triple check my sound settings multiple times during the stream.
Also, read have your stream up so you can read comments by our friends.
No, I actually had that up. I just wasn't looking because I'm an idiot.
Well, then look over more.
Yeah, I needed to do that. I used to do that so much, and then this time I just forgot. I think I just had too many things I needed to do. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, Patrick. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I know you're tired. You go sleep, you go bed night, go bed night.
Yeah, I am probably gonna go fucking hit the head. Or go to bed.
All right.
Hit the head, then go to bed.
Hit the head, then go to bed. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Yeah.